Hello, I'm Kim, and I'm a homeschool mom of 4 kids. They range in the ages from 4 all the way up to almost 10 this year, and I do preschool all the way up to about 4th grade. A lot of you, as I've mentioned in previous videos, have asked me several times on tips, little tricks, trades of homeschooling. I've been only doing it for 7 years, not a professional, but I've been doing about once a week trying to get a video to you guys of a small tip to encourage you guys, or that you guys can implement or see if it works for you. Just telling you things that have worked for me. So with that, welcome to my bathroom. Usually I do these videos at my kitchen table, but today it is raining outside, so I cannot lock the door and keep my kids outside. I probably could, but it probably wouldn't be the nicest thing to do. So they're in the other room, and I didn't want them to come interrupting. My husband's taking a nap right now. It is Sunday, and he takes a Sunday afternoon nap. So he's in our bedroom. So the only place really left to be where the kids can't interrupt me is the bathroom. So here we are. But being here right now, I'm looking around, and my bathroom has pretty good lighting, so it works. I mean, this will work. So anyways, with that, I apologize. Last week I did not get a video out to you guys just because I went camping with the weekend with my family, and it was a blast, but we didn't go to church. We were camping that whole weekend, and to be honest, I was lazy this week, and I didn't want to get dressed up and do my hair and my eye makeup or anything to do a video, because many of you might not know this, but I do my videos on Sundays pretty much right after we come home from church, because I'm already dressed. My makeup, I usually just use eye makeup, but my eye makeup's already done. My hair's done, and I don't need to do that then. So this is real, but it's not realistic reality 24/7. My hair, because I know a lot of you have mentioned how nice my hair is and everything, this isn't 24/7. During the week, my hair's up in a bun. I don't wear makeup usually. I maybe get, I'm usually wearing, especially in the wintertime, big long robes during the wintertime till about lunch, sometimes longer, to be honest. So that's why Sundays I do these videos, because I'm already dressed and I don't have to put another thing on my plate for the week to do these. So that's why last week I didn't get a video to you, is because I was still camping, and then I was lazy. I didn't want to get dressed and do my hair and do my makeup for it. So here we are. So with that, this week, what I wanted to give you as a small tip for this week for you guys, and sorry, this video is everywhere. I'm like looking at the time. I'm like, I have to make this video really fast, because soon my husband will wake up, and then the kids, I wonder how long that video I just stuck in for the kids will last before they're pounding on the door, or before somebody has to go to the bathroom. So I might be everywhere. Crazy video today. So anyways, so for the tip for today, it would be to start slowly homeschooling. And most of you probably have already started your homeschool this year, but maybe this is something you could implement next year, or even if you just want to, start over again, let's redo this. You can. And my tip is, when you start a new year, or you just want to start over, is not to start all of the subjects all at once. So don't start all of your subjects like math, English, spelling, history, science, typing, sign language, piano, and Latin words. Don't start all of those all in the same week, I would advise, or even especially not the same day. Usually what you're wanting to do is maybe take like 3 of those main subjects, like math, English, and history or science, whatever you pick, but pick like 3 and start your kids on those, but just start them, get a routine going for like a week. And then after a week, If that routine works for you, add in another maybe 1 or 2 subjects the next week and do this routine, see if it works for you. If it doesn't, then try it for a couple of days or a week. And then if it doesn't, guess what? The next week, try something different till you can kind of juggle the subjects that are needed. And then if you think you can add more. To your plate. For us, I believe we start like the main ones, and then within about another 2 weeks, the curriculum I use has it to where we start like spelling and art and typing and their Latin root words and all that. They have that like a few weeks after we've started already. So that would be another tip for you, is to gradually bring in these subjects. Another thing that I thought of was with your children when you start the year out. And like I said, if you're really struggling right now, you can just start over. It's only September, and this is homeschool. So even if it's the middle of November and you're watching this video, guess what? It's homeschool. You can start over and do what you want. That's the beauty of homeschool, is what works for you and your family. So when you start out for us, a new year, when I start out a new year, I don't start everybody at once. I start my youngest, like right now, my youngest is Kyla, and she's just in preschool. So I start with her. And what does she do every day? So she kind of gets a routine of what I expect her to do every day. With her being in preschool, it's not a lot. It's really if it's really just tracing letters for right now. It's for her at this age, and when they're younger, it's just a lot of reading them books and little shape books, color books, number books, alphabet and all that. And right now she's learning to trace letters. But that's preschool. And then a week later or so, I add in my second youngest, which would be Caden. And he's 7. So he's in first, second grade-ish. And I add him in and get used to his, curriculum, and our routine, having my son and my daughter together, my youngest and my second youngest, going together. How do I balance them? What can they do together? What can they not do? And so on. And then eventually I give that a week, maybe 2 weeks, depending if I haven't found a good routine for us yet. And then I add in my oldest two. And my oldest two I add in, and I add them in together because pretty much they are, once you hit about second, third grade-ish, things are a lot easier. They can do things by themselves. They can read usually, and all of that. And so I'll add them in together, and they have separate maths, separate Englishes and stuff, but still the same subjects pretty much. So once I add them in, we find a routine now with all 4 of my children, and we just take it week by week. Like, is this working as a routine? And then if it is, we continue with it. If it's not, then guess what? It's a new week the next week, and we can try something different. There's so many different routines out there you can find, probably on Pinterest. There are so many other good YouTube moms you could follow that are a lot more experienced than I am. Like I said, I only have about 7 years under my belt. But yeah, just find your routine. If you can't get it this week, guess what? Next week's a new week. And there was something else I was going to tell you guys with that. And I should have written this down like I thought about beforehand, but I didn't. So with that, like I said, everybody can have their, it's your homeschool. So just find that routine, kind of to bring this all together for this tip is find your routine. If it's not working, don't give up. Don't say, oh, well, this is it. I'm not a good homeschool mom, obviously, because I can't get this down. And that's not the case at all. It takes time to get, that takes time. As well as when you see these other homeschool moms, usually a lot of them that are doing videos and posting things, a lot of them will have a lot of years under their belt in homeschooling. So they are more experienced. I was listening to a podcast today from Dorinda Wilson. I don't know if you guys have heard of her. Some of you probably have. But she's a wonderful homeschool mom of 8 children and has homeschooled for 20-something years. And I love listening to her podcast. Like I said, her name is Dorinda Wilson. just because she likes to encourage. And one of the things I liked when I listened to one of her podcasts was that she had somebody on and they talked about like a juggler who juggles balls, right? When you juggle, when that juggler juggles, how do they start? They start with one ball, right? And they toss it in the air, the one ball. Then they add another one and juggle in, and then they add another, right? And it kind of made me think of this homeschool journey. It's kind of the same thing. All together with the subjects, like I was talking about, you want to bring in some subjects and then slowly bring in more subjects till you can, kind of juggle them. And if you bring in subjects and it's getting crazy and you're losing those, then guess what? You put some of them away. We'll do these later and bring them back maybe in another couple weeks and try until we have things going a little bit more smoothly. But yeah. So with that, I'm done. Like I said, I'm sorry this video is kind of everywhere today. Like I said, it's a crazy situation I have going right now, trying to keep watching the clock, and I'm already at 11 minutes. So before my kids knock on the door to go to the bathroom, I will, I guess, see you next week.